Today we are going to make a review on the Oakley Badman Sapphire Iridium Polarized Asian Fit and the Badman Plasma Sapphire Iridium Polarized US Fit.
Alright, today we're going to have the product review of the Oakley Badman Asian Fit and the Oakley Badman US Fit. Let's start with the Asian Fit. As you can see, it's packaged in the grenade case, which is the new case for the Oakley Badman and Madman. This first particular model is the Asian Fit from Sapphire Iridium. Standard comes with the Oakley micro clear bag. Beautiful thing about this pair is that it has spring hinges as well, and it adjusts actually the rubber in the front adjusts through usage, so it takes your facial features and eventually it adapts to the shape of your face and fits perfectly through usage. Estimated about 4 months for it to actually take shape. But as this is the Asian model, you can notice that the nose pads are much more elevated, and it's more of a flat look rather than a concave. Alright, so as I mentioned earlier, this is the new Oakley Badman with Sapphire Iridium lens, polarized, as well as the Asian Fit. And as you notice on this particular model, is that there are a lot of screws similar to the previous X Metal collections. It is very much customizable and adjustable, which usually can be done at any service center of Oakley. The pair is fully titanium, built with O-matter, so it's surely flexible and it doesn't easily break. This is the ear sock, which was clearly rubberized, and the good thing about Oakley's rubber is that when it gets wet, it actually tightens and adjusts your 3-point fit. As you can see, this is a pretty stable, sturdy pair of sturdy temple piece. Actually, it's built with titanium, so it's unbreakable. So more or less, so everybody could compare the differences and the shapes and sizes from the Asian and the US Fit. Let me bring out the US pair. This is a standard US Fit of the Badman with a Sapphire Iridium lens, polarized. As for packaging, there's not much of a difference between the two types of models, whether it's an Asian or a US Fit. It's pretty much the same. It's just really the size and of the temple and of the lens. Here we have the Sapphire Iridium Polarized lens in the US Fit. You can tell the difference, it's more concave. Alright. This is the US Fit on this side, and this is the Asian Fit. As you can tell, with this one, which is the Asian Fit, it's flat, it's straight rather than curved and concave, which is mainly for supporting the Asian nose bridge, which isn't as dominant as the American, so that's why we have the Asian model as well. It does have the shortened temples to fit perfectly for the typical Asian sized forehead, and the US, which is a little bit longer because it needs to extend further around the frame as compared to this one, which should be and must be shorter because it's not as curved as the US Fit. See that? As for the nose pads, let's get into the nose pads. This is the US fit nose pads. As you can tell, it's pretty much normal, like your average nose pad that you'd find at any sunglass actually. And then your Asian, which is definitely elevated to help support those with less of a nose bridge. You can tell that it's really made and meant for supporting that. As for the lens size, as you can see, the US fit is slightly bigger than the Asian fit. Right here, see that? It's a size difference. It's quite a big size difference, as one is once again concaved while the other one isn't. The good thing about both these pairs is they both have the spring hinge feature, which is good for those that especially have a wider frame shaped forehead and that usually have a hard time picking out glasses. See? Both have the spring hinge feature. Also, as you check the upper part of the nose pad, you can see that we have quite a few screws there. Those screws are mainly meant for tightening and adjusting the frame, especially when there's a special need for your eyewear, or a special specification that you want adjusted, or a particular part you want tightened, or you want it to fit specifically at that particular point. It can fully be customized to your preferences, obviously at any Oakley service center. Check out the size difference on that lens. See? But pretty much the same pair. I mean, it has the same functions, same standards, and same mobility that Oakley offers with the new Oakley Badman. And this is, like I mentioned earlier, this is the most popular pair, as it is the Sapphire Iridium, which is the newest color from Oakley lenses. As the older pairs of the X Metal collection, like the Romeo and Juliet, came in the Ice Iridium lens, as that was the first color, that was the first shade of blue that Oakley had released back in the late 90s and throughout the early 2000s, although it's adapted to this new Sapphire Iridium, which is much brighter and much richer color of blue, somewhat like a royal blue. See? Well, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and it helped at least educate the rest of you out there on more about Oakley eyewear and the different kinds of fits that they have, especially, and the different customizations that you can make on your pair. And hopefully you learn a thing or two about the next time you go to shop for sunglasses. Thanks for listening, guys.